to check out a 4-unit up the street. The reason why it's big is because we haven't been actively shopping for properties, really in general, but especially not in person in quite some time. So ideally, after what's been a rough couple of years, we can get back to acquiring properties on the regular. As you guys know, we have been purchasing properties pretty much every month since 2020, or every other month. And then roughly around 2023, we slowed down this process. So the goal is to pick it back up with sort of new strategy, new energy, with a goal of more so long-term investments rather than the fix and flips like we were doing, 6 to 12 a year back in our heyday. So excited for you guys to follow along this journey of not only seeing this property and evaluating it, but also just restarting and reigniting that real estate energy that we first started the company with back in 2019. If you can't tell, I'm lit. I'm so excited, man. This is like why I started the business in the first place. Back at it again. Thanks for meeting me. Real estate wise, so then I haven't been hitting you up for showings or anything.
Oh,
It's
it's
just been
okay.
trying to...
I just saw this one pop up and I'm like...
No, this was perfect. And when you sent it, I knew it was perfect.
I'm like...
But I was like,
like... But like...
Yeah, is it a front zone?
It barely. And I sent you all the numbers and he put in how much they pay for flood and the numbers.
Hey guys, look who it is showing us the property. This person's all too familiar. Megan, who we've been rocking with since we moved here to St. Petersburg. Let me see, we bought a house with her, sold the house, and that's about it. So we gotta do some more businesses. So hopefully this one's a goodie and the numbers are good and we can move forward with this one.
He's the previous owner, so he'll be able to...
Okay, awesome. Hey, how are you, man? Arthur, good to meet you. Thanks for having us.
No, not a problem.
Okay, are you gonna give us the tour,
Sure.
or if you don't mind? I know you were the previous owner, right?
Yeah. How many units is it total?
It was 3 lobbies.
You turn into a 4. I got it, yeah.
And then this...
That would be to the backyard, yeah.
Okay.
Backyard.
I wore my work boots. So, we'll go back here?
We're gonna go around.
Go around, okay.
Legally there. Actually, this room has its own meter.
So this is just a little efficiency.
This room has its own meter.
Gotcha. I see.
And that's the door right there.
So it's just bathroom.
Oh, that was the one,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the door that was in the
Yeah.
main house.
Yeah, you
That
go,
was sealed up.
yeah, you go open that up.
I got it. Bathroom, bedroom, kitchenette. What do you?
This used to be my daughter's room. I just, after she moved out,
You sealed the door and then, yeah. You definitely didn't seal the door when she was living there.
I wish.
It smells like shit in here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, she wish.
Maybe her front door to go out.
She would have loved
Yeah.
that.
We're doing 1,500 for 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little backyard.
And they got their own little outside.
Make it.
Oh, to use the shed as interior living space.
Yeah.
Oh, so you added that.
Actually, it was there.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Okay.
And you would make that a whole nother unit or make this one bigger?
Make this one bigger.
Okay.
That way,
Gonna
you
say.
rent for more.
All right, so you guys know the drill, the rundown. I thought that property needed a lot of work. I don't know what that guy was doing to the property. There was stuff that needed work, but then there was stuff that there was work done. It was just like ugly work. Like, why would you go with those colors? Or like, did you see the stained glass windows? So a lot of work needed to be done to that property. So they put in their pro forma that the ARV is $575,000. They're asking $415,000. I think the ARV could even be higher. I think it is pretty conservative. I'm gonna double check now. But even at 575, if you take 70% of that, you have 400,000. 65% of that, you have 370,000, right? And then if you were to subtract the construction needed, I think it's a smooth $100,000 project. You can get away with less. Like you can get away with, like people was living in it now, you know what I mean? But if you want it to truly like hit that ARV and really be something that people want to rent, I think a smooth 100 piece, maybe 75 if you're like nice with it, or you got team members who like really just know how to get this thing rent ready. So I'm gonna run those numbers, make sure they check out, and then we'll probably offer somewhere between 325, 350, maybe 365, maybe. And again, it just depends on our strategy. So we know that it can cash flow, but it only cash flows at a certain amount. So we either need to buy it so low that the cash flow is amazing right now with minimal work, or we need to buy it low enough to where we can do a lot of work, and when we refinance into that new value, it still cash flows, which is going to be the magic with high interest rates right now. So I'll keep you guys posted on how we run the numbers and what offer we submit later today, and obviously keep you posted on if we want or not. All right, so I'm about to evaluate a deal from the one we saw yesterday, the Smelly property. We want to put an offer in on it. It's a fourplex in St. Pete. This is one of those deals where like I know I'm not going to regret buying. I bought enough multifamilies in different states that I've then sold. Every single one I regret selling. So I know this is one that if we can acquire it and take care of it over time, we're not going to regret buying it. It's also pretty dilapidated and ugly. I'll include some B-roll here. So I'm going to evaluate this deal using PropStream. Now this is live, so I have no, I haven't done this yet. So you're really going to see me dive deep into like a number of various, or a number of different variables to determine the value of this. So right now it's listed at 415. We know that. So we just want to pull up, comparables. We want to go what's on the MLS, what has been sold. And then this one is it says 11 bed, 4 bath. I call cap. But let me count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was 3 1 bedrooms and 1 2 bedrooms. I don't know where. They got 11 beds, 4 baths, but it is 5 bedrooms, 6 baths. So we're going to go 5 bedrooms. We'll go. Yeah. So you can see it's a lot of smaller properties. And this property actually is exactly that. And it has like an additional property or a different additional like dwelling unit on the property. Right. So we can even see here 465, a multi-unit. This is much more like what it is that we're buying. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do them separate, right? And again, this could be against better judgment, but I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths sold within the last 1.5 mile, right? Let's see what these look like as a single family. And then let's also drop the square footage, right? Because now we're just doing each unit individually. And now we get more accurate comps, right? If I click these, this is more what our property looks like. Okay, this one has a pool and everything. Likely not a comp. Let's try this one. Huge yard. Now, again, these are individual. We're talking 2 properties. These look much more like what our property looks like. And again, you guys are seeing me in real time, literally just kind of think through this, right? Like this is sort of the style of the front home that's been split like front and back. So they took a 3-bed, 3-bath home, a 3-bed, 2-bath home. They added a bathroom. So it's legal. It's a legal 4-family, but they took a 3-bed, 3-bath, 3-bed, 2-bath, and turned it into a 2-bed, 1-bathroom apartment in the front and a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in the rear. And we're going to, oh no, that's for rent. So let's get rid of these. How's this one look here? Potentially included. Let me see. I'll exclude it just because it has a pool. These all check out. Right. So even though I want to use all these comps, I'm going 375 on the front. Right. And then I'm going to drop this to 2. See, still nothing. I'm going to have to leave it to 2 to 3 model. So I think it's safe to say, like, even if I got rid of these top 2 comps and you said 350 in the back, 375 in the front, I think, now you're at 725, which is like fairly accurate. But I wouldn't ARV it at that. I'd like to be conservative. So I would say a smooth 650 if I really like the property. So all I'm going to simply do, $650,000. I'm going to multiply it times 70%. And that gives me, when the calculator pops up, $455,000. And then I'm going to subtract the construction that's needed. So we can even just pull this property up. I do the construction off my own eye because I flipped over 40 properties, right? So it's like, I kind of know, but even then I always double check my work with the contractor, but this is just to get the offer out. So Megan can submit the offer for me. So there's only 6 images here. Am I tripping? Okay, there we go. And it don't even look like this no more. Honestly, these are like better images, but neither here nor there. Yeah, like this is cap. It don't look like this at all. And then this is that back unit. So they're asking, let me see, I'm gonna have to go to the videos that I got yesterday, which I'll throw some B-roll in here. But based on what I saw, conservatively, I'm saying 75,000. So what I'm gonna do is really subtract 75,000 from this number, and that gives me 380. I might go ahead and tell her like a $350,000 offer and see what they say or what they counter, and then try to land at 360, 365, 375. I think it's still a win because, again, you're getting 4 units. It does have a big yard and a lot of opportunity to be a really gorgeous property. And I know that, like, I sold a property 2 years ago up in New Jersey for $300,000, and I bought it for 2 years before that, just because I was able to make it like a halfway decent property. I think doing that here, I think this could easily be a $600,000, $700,000 property, especially if we're patient. Now, the only other caveat is, okay, if we were to refinance it, for example, at like a 650, what would that mortgage look like? And at a $650,000 property, like that mortgage, you're talking about $6,000 a month, maybe closer to 5. We know that this property can potentially cash flow as is $5,500, $6,000, which is like not good. But if we were to do all of that work and refinance and potentially get all of our capital back, then which is a BRRRR strategy, then it may be worth it. Even if we're only cash flowing $1,000, it's worth it because we're in it for no money. So you're free and clear at $12,000 a year on a $0 investment because you got all your initial money back. The money you put into the work, the money you put into buying it at $350, $375. But again, the spirit of being conservative, if we were to buy it at this amount, do that work, not refinance it, just leave the mortgage nice and low, we would be able to get max rents and cash flow. So I'm gonna go with like a $350,000 offer. I'm gonna hit Megan now, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what they accept. But I just wanted to shoot a quick video showing you guys exactly my process for just coming up with an offer. We dive much deeper before we buy it, but coming up with an offer is usually just that quick, right? Let's look at, okay, what's the max we can get for this property in the future? We didn't even account for like appreciation of the area over the next 5 years. But it's pretty straightforward. Again, I'll include some of the video here so you guys can see how much room for growth there is in making this property better. But I really believe in, like, if we bought something like this, we won't be mad in 5 years. So the entire purpose of me walking you through what we look for when we go see a property, as well as what we do when we get back to the office and are able to do our research, is so that you can go out and do it as well. So if you're uncomfortable doing this alone, or you want to be in a community or be mentored by someone who can literally double check all of your work as you go out in the field, I put a link in the description to apply for our 90-day deal flow accelerator. And what we do is we help you not only find deals like this one, but then we also help you evaluate them and get them funded. So if you're looking for a community and mentorship like what I just described, then go ahead and click that link and apply to see if you're a good fit. And if you are, you'll get on a call with me one-on-one to dive deeper into exactly what your goals are, where you are, and where you're trying to go. Now, if you're curious, we actually ended up buying this property I think we ended up getting this one for $385,000, which I think is a little bit more, like 10K more than what I had said in that video. And the reason being is because when we had multiple real estate agents pull comps for us, it turns out that the ARV of this property was actually in the 600s. So right now we were able to renovate that entire property. We even added an extra room on the back unit, all for $100,000. So we bought it for $385,000, put $100,000 into it for a total of $485,000, and it's on the market right now for $650,000. So we're anticipating quite the payout on that property. But I'm sure I'll be posting that content on the before and after, as well as how that deal went. So like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys not only on the next video, but hopefully on a call with me using the link in the description, and I'll catch you guys later on the page. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. as always. And I'm Morrison III. Thanks for watching. Peace.